and welcome to Who Dares Rolls. I'm your host Mike B. This is another baiting the click. Fuck me, this is becoming quite a thing, isn't it? So yeah, as we can see, days since the last board game drama. So I'm going to comment on it. I've taken a while. The other night I was like, what should I do? I've watched this whole thing unfold. I wanted to sit and wait and see and simmer and savour. I was going to film the video earlier when I was full of pizzazz. And then the battery wasn't charged for the camera, so I've had to wait for that to happen and stuff. Now it's not very late. And now the wife's at the cinema and she's bound to come in at the vital moment when I'm making a really good point in a minute during this video. She'll come in and then the dog will be in here and then it would be fucked. But we're going to persevere on and we'll see what happens. So yeah, if you've been in a cave surrounding the board game, rumour mill, rumour control and all this other shite, then you may have missed, but I'll give you a very quick surmise. Quackalope, a big board game video YouTuber, content creator, he featured prominently in the Mythic's R6 Siege Kickstarter videos, as an aside. Prolific video producer of videos, and I'm not one I care for. I've not really watched much of his stuff. I kind of bounced off of him very quickly because it just wasn't for me. And it's very clickbaity. Everything's kind of very clickbaity, but my knowledge and real interest of him is not huge. So I will go on what I know and what I can see as occurred. Anyway, so he is what's happened. The latest view is Apex Legends Odyssey, anyway, that fuck me, should have probably got that right. This game, big Kickstarter, Kingdom Death type thing, huge sprawling Frosthaven, Gloomhaven, big box of Kickstarter-y goodness. He approached them at some point during I think they're coming up to the reprint of the base game, which I believe was quite popular. He went to them, approached them saying, I have filmed and recorded 50 hours of footage for this game. I've tried to play it, and I don't really understand it, and we're going to put out a review we've made, and it's not going to be very positive. Unless, here's the deal, you pay me $7,500, and then we'll forget all that, and we can work together, and I can put out a much better video, and all will be lovely. Now you could misconstrued or construed anything of this as that is in some way an extortion attempt. I don't know. It's really watch where you take it. There is letters, all the information is out there. It's very much subjective. I feel that you can go one way or the other if you want to with it. However, for me personally, it doesn't really. It's not a good look, really. So this has happened, and then there's a whole to and fro of this thing, and they eventually don't take him up on the other. They reject him and all that. And as luck would have it, the week that they launch their Kickstarter for this reprint project, he happens, but as luck would have it, he puts up these two videos. One vaguely praising it with a weird kind of. It says it's like a 9.3 on it and all that, but actually that's the board game geek rating of it. But he puts that out as a positive spin on that, and then this other damning video, which is basically says the game is unplayable, and a long whole pile of just a really bad video. In that it's a damning video. It feels rather illy timed if his intent wasn't to essentially attempt to sink the project, because it kind of that's how it looks. So that's what's happened. And I did have a long moment of the soul, but I just kind of looked at this, watched this unravel the last few days, and kind of just wanted to see how things would play out to a point. And I think we've reached a point where you can kind of stand back and survey it. It's a mess of his own making. I wrote down really 3 words came to mind involving all this, which was money, greed, and ego. And I think that's what's happened. From what I can tell, dear old Quackalope, I'll come back to that quote in a minute. He 4 years ago, I think 4 years ago was nothing. The channel came on, and I went back and I actually today watched his first ever video that's on there from 4 years ago, and it's a well-produced video. It's got lots of B-roll footage. It's of the grizzled it is. And you know what? I mean, I didn't watch it all, but I watched a bit of it, and it was kind of this kind of really well put together unboxing video that I could see of the well-produced, good effort. And then you speed forward 4 years later, and he's just producing this fast food drivel. And that's the thing. You look at it, and personally, you look at it and you go, and you look at what's happened, and you look at reactions of some people, and it just seems that really what he has done is just try and produce a channel just to funnel funds, just to produce money. It's a money-making venture. I mean, there's a quote, I think it comes from the letters in this whole exchange between him and ATO, is our audience is your marketplace. And I think that kind of says it all, really. He is this machine to make money. He has a Patreon. He clears probably $1,000 on the Patreon every month. He's got YouTube. He's probably clearing, I don't know. I honestly don't know. You can look online and you can maybe get a feel. It could be anything from $1,000 or upwards of more on views on adverts. So there's an income there. So there's Patreon. There's that. Clearly, he has been selling his services for some years. It's a lot of it is you don't really know the ins and outs of it, but that's clearly what's been going on. He's been selling his services for some period of time, so he's got a fairly decent income from that. Reasonable, one would suggest. And there we go. So I'm left to the point of I go, well, look, you know what? Actually, it really gives a hoot about the old Quackalope and even maybe the project, the company. What there is 40. Oh, at the time, initially, it was 48,000 subscribers. These people that are watching this and buying, some of them are buying the Kool-Aid, and he's just, one could cynically say, with that quote and what it is and what it appears to be, is just all about it's adverts. It's commercial. It's just sell. I will sell your product. I will say it's fantastic. I will sell your product. And that's what it is. And it is a business, and some of this feels awfully like engineered. I'm not saying he's engineered this to do, but it's like I feel that there is some intent there. If you look at the history of this, he's had various groups of different YouTubers have come and gone over the years. Team up with Quackalope and we're all buddies, and then they're gone. And you get sniffs and whiffs of bad blood there somewhere. Something has gone south in these relationships. There's whiffs of it out there. No one's really saying anything, but there's whiffs of it out there. Isaac Childress, the designer of Frosthaven, kind of came out very vocally calling out Quackalope as unprofessional. I think he called him a tool. Now that's a kind of very sizable, prominent board game publisher, and he didn't mince his words. You've got to feel that there's a bit of smoke here. So there's something else to this. He's stated this is the only time they've done this and all that, and I don't believe that. He has today, I think, put out an apology. A statement it's called, and in fact it takes 25 minutes before he actually gets to the point where he apologises in any way for the behaviour of what's gone on here, which says a lot of it just feels a lot of pauses and perfect that style of video, and it just feels a little bit, I don't know. You know what? I don't wish the guy ill. I don't wish anything. I mean, he's losing. Hemorrhaging is a hard word, but he has lost a chunk of subscribers since this all began. However, you can also cynically look at it and say it's got an awful lot of views. I don't think it was at that point in time was like an actual an embezzlement as such, a bank, but it was, I think I was driven by so much greed and ego, and like, I am this thing and I want to produce this thing and I'm going to do this, and you're going to pay me because I'm great. It feels more like that, and then it's kind of potentially gone Fargo-ish, Coen Brothers-ish, into this kind of just twisty-turny fucking disaster where stupid people doing stupid fucking shit and shit going wrong. That's what it is we're watching. It is that. Coen Brothers make a board game movie. But it's that. It feels like that. And we've had this video, and it's all there for you to see. It's all out there for you to see. I am commentating on my view, what I see, what I feel. That's what I feel. some people are getting nasty, and you know what, that's the problem you're going to have. It went on to Reddit. It was a very sensationalist, bombastic blackmail thing, and once that shit sticks, you draw, it's blood in the water. They come in and eat you alive, as they say. So, you know, yeah, you put yourself on a public platform. If you're going to do this stuff, then you're eventually going to run out of road. And I feel that Quackalope has run out of road. I just imagine he can limp on from this. I would say that there's probably, having not getting up my own arse, but I work for Dies, and I spent some time in the industry, and there is that whole back door of the industry that the public, the gaming public, the people buying the products don't see. And there is, you know, people talk to people. There is gossip. Somewhere along the line, this is going to get out there. There's people and publishers who are not going to go near him like with a barge pole. It's not going to happen. So he's probably killed a lot of what, you know, what he has, you know, what he made. If he had built any bridges, a lot of it's burnt now. So that damage is done. I don't wish him ill. I don't wish him anything. What happened? I don't give a shit. He's not. I mean, not like I'm a threat to him. Not like I'm. So 50,000 sub. Well, I'm dropping. I think he's on 44,000 or odd now. So it has dropped. But yeah, hey, I've not even got 1,000. So hey, whatever. You know, go and be happy. If you want to watch it, if you want to do that, then fine. Fucking watch it. Okay. For me, it just sniffs of an advert. That's what it is. And it's false, and he's pushing anything on you, and then takes no account for his actions. As I said, we go back to R6 Siege. Here he is. He's like a fucking athlete's photo over all that shit, and then nothing, no response, no thing, nothing. And even now on this, which you could cynically say that it was a calculated attack against that Kickstarter. He then waits. He's gone off to get married or something. He's gone away, but he drops all this shit before he goes, like a carpet bomb. That seems a little intentional, and then duck and cover and run. And I don't think he, in any way, as I go back to the ego, I don't think he honestly thought that there's no way did he think this was going to come to pass. I don't think his engine is in that regards, but I think potentially there was some malicious intent there, and there was a whole egotistical, fuck it, I can do this. As the publisher has said, had they been a first-time project, this could have killed the project. And that goes back to the commentary on us, I say us, I lump myself in, but board game commentators, people reviewing and having their view on products. They do have, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, you could sink people's dreams because you don't like it, or maybe because someone pays you more money. You know, these people have got power, and there should be some responsibility, and there should be some answering for their actions. Quacky's answer is for his actions. Maybe not all of it's justified. Maybe not, certainly some of it isn't pleasant. But at the end of the day, he has made his bed on this one, it feels to me. I think that's all I can say on the matter. But let's see. I've been my B. This has been Who Dares Rolls. I will be back soon. I do have another video to drop. I'll probably have to drop another Expo video because I'm sure probably within a day or so I'll be shouted at for something I've missed. I haven't got much time to do all that. I do have another mumbo jumbo to edit and drop, so that's done, and I need to film some other stuff. Anyway, for the time being, hello to all you new subscribers. Hello to all you coming aboard. Here's another clicky bait video for you. There you go. That's what you wanted. Lovely. There's other stuff. Usually it's just me rambling absolute fucking nonsense, but we've just had a little grown-up moment, and then we're going to move on from that. Okay, jolly good. Right, have a lovely evening. Very nice to catch up with you. It's very late now. I'm very tired. I'm tired of everything. It's very exhausting. Good night.